The story of Darjeeling Himalayan Railway is entwined with the history of Darjeeling. Around 1830s, the British had craftily got a small area of Darjeeling from the kingdom of Sikkim. But it was not smooth sailing until 1864, when the British fought and won a war with Bhutan. The Darjeeling climate is so English, misty, cool, and green rolling hills. They fell so much in love with Darjeeling that through a treaty at Sinchula, the British also extracted access route to Darjeeling from Bhutan. That is how Darjeeling became part of India.
For 51 miles, the train winds
At that
its way
time,
up through the mountains.
Sikkim was a separate kingdom, so Darjeeling was considered the frontier of India in the east. To gain a strong foothold over Darjeeling, the British quickly went about making a railway. Building the railway for 88 km was almost impossible. The track had to climb to a height of 7,400 feet at Ghum through most difficult gradients. To gain height, the engineers planned loops and Z reverses. 3 loops and 6 Z reverses were created on the route. There is an interesting story how an innocent reply from the wife of contractor Ramsay eased an impossible task. Frustrated by the dead end in forward movement, the contractor confided in his wife that there was a huge block and he was unable to move forward. The wife innocently told him, "If you can't go forward, why don't you go back, darling?" The idea of Z reverses were thus born. The railway was built on tiny 2-feet track. When work started, it was initially named Darjeeling Tramways. Later on, it was named Darjeeling Hill Railways. The British romance with Darjeeling then not only created defense units, but also utilized the rolling hills to shape vast tea gardens and beautiful bungalows. Trade-wise, it became as important as a hill station. The railway became the lifeline of people of Darjeeling. People called it the River of Darjeeling Hills. For 140 years, the railway had been serving the people of the hills.
बड़ा स्टेशन है इधर स्टेशन सुपरिटेंडेंट है
इतना बड़ा तो नहीं है
हाँ
लेकिन खूबसूरत है
हाँ।
नीट एंड क्लीन
इससे बड़ा कसिंग में तो बहुत भीड़ है टिकट ऑफ
Now it is mostly the tourists who take the daily train from Siliguri or Darjeeling. The 88-kilometer route is run on the more economical diesel engine, but the steam engines can be seen chugging along Darjeeling to Ghum several times a day. The romance continues. The imprint of overpopulation is everywhere in India. Darjeeling is not spared. It has also seen huge migration from Nepal. Now, roads have created faster travel. In spite of all this, the old lady DHR continues to serve the tourists.